So let's go take a look at another one called Lightning AI. I really like Lightning AI, and they do have a free tier. So Lightning AI is basically a cloud developer environment specialized specifically for working with models, okay? And so I already have an account here. I don't feel like trying to figure out how to log in, but I'm already logged in. Um, and what's nice is that Cohere actually has a bunch of different kinds of templates that you can utilize. So they have, I think, studio templates up here. Lightning AI is totally free to sign up for, and they have paid tiers. But here, let's say we wanted to use something like Llama 3.2. Say Llama 3.2 as an example. Here's one serving it. So I'm gonna click into this one. I like this one here. And they have like a video on how to do it. But if I just want to start using it, I just click open in Studio, right? Again, very easy to make an account. And so this is gonna open up here in Lightning AI. I actually have a little stuffy of Lightning AI. That's how cool they are. And so what's interesting about this one is that it's not just notebooks. Like it has the VS Code experience. It has notebooks. You can just open up the terminal directly. And the environment is controlled over here. So if I click into here, this is between CPUs and GPUs. So you can easily switch between CPUs and GPUs. So it will shut down, but it'll bring the environment over. So it's a lot more flexible. You can get a lot of information about your environment. It is super, super powerful. Like I would generally just work in this because it's just so good. But the startup time is a little bit slow, but it's not that bad, right? Lightning AI, they've created a bunch of open source projects like LitGPT and things like that. I'm sure we're going to come back and revisit them because they're so awesome. But right now it's spinning up the GPUs, and I can't remember like how much you get for free. But even within the GPUs, there are options that you can choose. So to sign into a cloud account, but before it used to say like which ones did you want to choose. So right now this is running one NVIDIA L4 Tensor Core graphics card. That's not a cheap one. But I could have swore that we had a few other options there. If you hover over this one, it will also tell us. Well, we're not on it right now, but I could have swore that we'd have that option. But I think when we spin up one initially, we actually get to choose what kind of compute we want. But this GPU is ready to go. I'm gonna click into this example. And this is the kind of experience you'd get in VS Code. So it's not exactly Jupyter Notebooks, but it has that Jupyter Notebook-esque experience. If we wanted Jupyter Notebooks, we just click Jupyter, and we have it. So whichever one you want, the VS Code experience with notebooks or the Jupyter Lab experience, you can just quickly switch between them. Well, I say quickly, but quick enough. And so I can go here on the left-hand side and click into here. And yeah, we can just run through this. So here it says, start the inference server on the terminal by running the following command. So here I can just open up terminal. If I can find it, file, new, terminal. And I'll just grab this here. Again, I'm not a super expert at this stuff. I'm just, copying, pasting, and working through it. So here it's starting on binding on port 000 8000. So here it is, it's going to serve Llama 3.2 1 billion. So it's downloading that model. I'm going to assume this is downloading from Hugging Face. And LitGPT is going to serve that model in streaming mode with a max token of 200. Okay. And so that model is now being served. It's downloading serve. I think it was Llama 1.1b. So that's very small, 3.21b. And so here we have our text. We're going to go ahead and run that. And then we'll go down below here and we'll run it like that. Okay. And so it's doing our summarization. Now, we can go over to VS Code here, right? If you prefer this experience. And I think that we don't have to run this twice because it might already be running. So I'm going to go ahead and just give this a go and see if it works. It might not work. But we'll see what happens. And so that terminal is still running. I think if we go over to here, we can see probably our open connections. Yeah, so see how we have this? This is it over here. If we click here, I think it's bringing us back to that terminal, right, that we were running earlier. So it's kind of cool how you can go between them. But this thing is super, super powerful. I'm done with this environment, so I'm going to try to figure out how do I get to this. I'm going to go back over to maybe Andrew Brown here. And here we can see that it's serving. I just want to stop it. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. We'll say delete, as I don't want to use up my GPUs here. I can only imagine at some point they might have some convoluted way in order for you to be able to access the GPUs, as crypto mining is a serious issue for these folks, for all of them. But if we go here, let's say I just want to do code, I'm going to go ahead and do that. We actually have some options of CPUs. And we have the language model template. I'm going to go ahead and click this because I just remember being able to choose between different GPUs. Maybe that's only in the paid tier, but yeah, see, now it looks a little bit different. See, it says 32 CPUs. Let's say if we switch, here we go. So I choose GPUs, and now I have some options. So we have a T4, an A1G, an L4. These are all NVIDIA cards, A100, H100. How many do you need? So I really like this kind of experience because it really makes you understand what kind of GPUs you're using underneath, right? For CPUs, I don't really know if there's that many options. Here we have some. So we have 32, 64, 96. It's not specifying what CPUs it's using here. I'm kind of curious what it would be using. I would like to know, maybe learn more. But anyway, here you can see it's spinning up that environment. So definitely we're going to spend more time with LitGPT, but we'll spend time in other ones as well. Another one that we can utilize is Gitpod. Okay, but we'll talk about that next. So we'll just stop this here so we're not utilizing that. I just delete it. And we'll look at another one here, okay?